Okay, I'm supposed to make you a lot of money.
Absolutely.
Okay, let's see how we can get this done. I know you had a few questions, so let me see if I can get a few of these written down while you're talking. Okay, how can I help?
Well,
I know your
I,
first speaking engagement in Orlando. I got that one.
yeah, I want that.
Okay.
Somebody asked me, I had a meeting, and she had asked me if I had a rate card. And I answered by saying, that it really depended on what I would be, what the event would be and what my capacity for that would be. Is it going to be talking to 10 people? Is it going to be talking to 100 people? I don't know the first thing about how to answer those questions when somebody does ask.
Yep. Yeah, that could be a bit intimidating.
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah.
I know that Ona always says that you ask what's in their budget.
No, that's still accurate. That is
Mm-hmm.
still very accurate, and I'll tell you why in a little bit. Okay, I'll definitely tell you why. Okay, what else?
As far as marketing myself, now my book, I will actually have it in my hand in September, which that's going to add that credibility factor as far as, being able to walk into all these hotels down here to their, marketing departments or whatever, and give them my business card and a brochure and a book. But until that happens, I guess I'm not sure how to get off the ground with this. I'd really like to. I know it takes a while to get things booked. It's not like, somebody says today that they need you for Thursday. So I want to start canvassing so that in a few months when the book comes out and I have things that hopefully are in line.
That makes sense. I mean, let's double back real quick. You said market yourself. How do you want to market yourself? Let me ask you a different question. What do you want to be known for?
Yeah, that's a good question.
Mm-hmm.
I guess that's a hard question.
Yeah, that's why I asked the hard questions. Yeah, but the good thing is, I mean, we're going to deal with the hard question on this phone call and actually give you a solid way to market yourself, where to go. So we're actually going to tackle the question.
All right. Well, I guess when I think of, I guess I want to be known for somebody who, I achieved a lot of success early, and I didn't have help doing it. Much like a lot of people I know, I don't have a college degree. I was tenacious as hell, and it got me launched a lot sooner than a lot of of my friends or family, and it just seemed that it snowballed. And I guess I want to be known to people as somebody who did it, and that my message is that it doesn't matter what your circumstances are. If you want something, then it's available.
Okay. That's a pretty good direction. Okay, let's see. And of course, the way you market yourself will keep changing as you keep changing. That's
right.
Yeah. Okay, what else?
What else do I want to be known for?
No, just what else you want me to help you with on this phone call?
Again, I never imagined at 53 years old I would be starting a whole new career. So, it's 30 years since I did that the first time, and times have certainly changed. So
yeah.
you know, I'm in the right place for what I want to do as far as location.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
If I was still in Erie, Pennsylvania,
Yes,
this wouldn't be happening.
Location does matter.
Yeah. And, you know, the public speaking is something I've always enjoyed doing. And I did a lot of it just because I was so well known where I was from, because I was a woman entrepreneur. I was involved with everything. I was involved with community. And it just seemed like the more I was out there, the more I was asked to be out there. And that's kind of what I need to figure out here, where I don't know anybody.
Oh, yeah. Well, in my personal experience, not knowing anybody always works better for me. But I'm that tenacious you were talking about. Mm-hmm. And I just rather prefer not knowing anyone, because it forces me to, it's like the lion in the, you know, in the jungle. I have no choice. If I don't eat, I'm going to die.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So that's always a mentality that would make you successful. That's for sure. Okay, great. Can you think of anything else?
I'm sure I'll think of something along the way.
Okay, let's work backwards then. I want to work backwards. We got some good points here. I want to work backwards. I forgot to ask you if you minded me recording this and putting it out there for the world to see.
Absolutely. No, I don't mind.
Okay. Yeah, I said that 10 minutes after I've already recorded.
Yeah.
Okay, let's see. Let's work backwards. 53 years old. I want you to, are you writing down or have something? Or
I've got it to write down, yes.
Outstanding. I want you to YouTube someone that really does this well. His name is Gary V. Hopefully you've heard of him. If not,
Gary, what's the last name?
Gary Vaynerchuk.
Oh, but it's under Gary V?
Yeah. If you just put Gary V in YouTube, it'll pop up. Yeah, most people have a hard time saying Vaynerchuk.
Yeah.
Now, if you haven't heard of him, I'm sure in the next year you will. He's huge, but you know he doesn't like people not hearing of him. Yeah. He has some. I want you to put in YouTube Gary V and then put after 50. After 50. And that is going, and let me double check this real quick. I want to make sure that will pull up some things. All right, let's try Gary V after 50. Let's see what pops up. Yep. Put Gary V after 50.
Cool. All right.
Yep, definitely. What he does is he is really, really good at showing people how to be successful after 50 years old. Definitely. And he is a great marketer, and it's going to be from a marketing vantage point as well. And he's very practical, like myself. You're going to love that. So before the end of the day, I mean, these clips aren't long. He has clips that are 2 hours, and he has some in 1 minute. These aren't long, but you definitely want to be not only inspired, but he's going to say some things from a practical manner that's going to trigger off in your brain.
Okay.
And it's going to touch every area of what you're talking about right now.
Awesome.
Now, as far as getting bookings for your book and things like that, you mentioned that it takes a while to get speaking engagements. It really doesn't. But I do get what you're saying. I do get that somebody's engagement may be 9 months away. Like I just did a engagement last week that was in my calendar for 11 months.
Right.
Definitely. However, it doesn't take long, and I want you to get rid of that mindset. And I didn't sense it coming from poverty. I think it just sensed it coming from you following the rules. And that's really what I want to press upon right now. No rules. If you're going to get speaking engagements, no rules. You need to start doing things completely outside the box, because the rules will keep you asking, what do I do next?
Yes.
Yeah. No rules.
I got you there.
Yeah, definitely. No rules. Just get out there and go get it. Now, let me explain to you how you're going to get out there and go get it. I'm just going to write a few things. I'm going to jostle a few things, church,
Okay.
mosque. I'm not sure what your religion is, but it doesn't matter. Anything like that.
Sure.
Women's groups, book clubs, Walmart, online, and I mean covering all that. There's a great website called SpeakerHub.com. Speaker and then HUB.com.
Okay.
SpeakerHub.com has, I don't want to say all the speaking engagements in the world, but a lot of them.
Okay.
Top paying. I've got quite a few engagements I went to on SpeakerHub.com, from universities to tech conferences all around the world. You just go in there, create your profile, set it up real well. If you want to be VIP, which actually will work out for you, then you get access to a few more things, and you just fill out for engagements all around the world. These are the ones that you say, I know it takes a while for them to come. That's those. These are the huge ones.
Okay.
Yeah, these are huge. They have a few sections. They have sections where you can ask for speed. Let me see. You can ask for free engagements. You can ask for engagements that pay $200 or less, or you can go up to 10,000 plus. You can. It's got a bunch of queries where you can search differently, but it is amazing. I strongly suggest, if you haven't heard of it before, SpeakerHub.com is
Okay.
Yeah, definitely. And that's just not going to give you engagements in Orlando, although you can do that. I'm sure you can check it out. It's such a big market, but that's just going to give you engagements everywhere.
And do they post on there what people are looking for that you can go and browse?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because I signed up with GigMasters because it seemed like everything that I would Google search, GigMasters kept coming up. So I did a 1 month free trial just to see how it works out. And people go to GigMasters, and then GigMasters recommends you.
Okay.
So you don't necessarily get to see who's coming to them. They bring them to you. And I'd rather see what's available.
Yeah, no, this is exact opposite. You only see what's available.
Okay.
And you
Perfect.
apply. Yeah, you apply for it. And there'll be other people who apply, but then they'll pick from, like, some of them will make you submit. Actually, it's great because you're going to actually learn how to write proposals for your engagement, but they'll have it outlined. Each entity or each event will have its own criteria in which you should apply for.
Perfect.
And you'll just start saving those, and it'll make you write an introduction to your thing, and then it'll make you say, all sorts of stuff. It's great though. I strongly recommend SpeakerHub.
Awesome.
Yeah, definitely. Okay, let's continue to work backwards. Oh, so while you're doing SpeakerHub, I want you to go to all those other places we listen, plus plenty more, and I want you to start inciting people to give you speaking engagements. I have to ask a question here. Are you willing to speak for free?
Absolutely.
Outstanding. That was the only proper answer. Okay, because you can actually turn free engagements into paid engagements very easily, and we'll get to that. So you want to be speaking. There is a church function, prayer breakfast, something in Orlando right now. There is someone that wants you there, and they're looking for a speaker. Okay. They're looking for a speaker. There just is. Let me give you a few examples of people who will be looking for a middle-aged white woman to speak. Okay. You would have minority councils or places looking to bring in diversity and to also validate themselves as not just being targeting one demographic or one culture, that would love a middle-aged white woman to come speak. That is just here for the same reasons. I'll be at This engagement I was just at I was one of 4 Black people there, most certainly the youngest. And I'm sure they said, hey, we need a really good speaker. We need him to be non-white. We need him to be powerful. And then they called me. Of course they did. It's the same thing I would have did. Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah, same thing I would have did. Every other speaker was white except for me. So of course that's what I would have did. And there's people, you can use that to your advantage. It's people who are intentionally looking to be diverse. Nothing's wrong with that until you know this, I'm just preaching to the choir now, but until you are intentional about diversity, you won't get it. And anyone with common sense knows that. You
Okay.
gotta be intentional about that. Then you can do, obviously you can do anything pest control. You can do any of that because that's where you come from. Now let's bring that up here for a second. Your paid engagements, and most people don't realize this, it's one of those common sense things that's just not common practice. When you start booking engagements that are paid, or when you start getting solid engagements, it is because you're adding money to the bottom line of that company. Mm-hmm. Most people don't think that. What they think is it's because they're good. It's because they have something to say. No.
I know that.
Yeah.
Everybody's selling something.
Absolutely. And you want to be able to go in and add value, and then their bottom line increases. You do that enough, people will come get you. So let's identify where your adding bottom line will come from. Anything pest control. We already covered that at one of the live engagements that you was with me at. You know, if someone is talking about roaches, you're going in, you're going to inspire the people. You're going to tell them how to kill the bugs. Hey, look, and you're going to be so great with it. You're going to tell them how to kill the bugs for 10 minutes. You got an hour to speak. There's 50 minutes left. You're going to inspire them and redirect their mind for another 20 minutes. And the last 30 minutes, you're going to increase their bottom line. You're going to say, here's how we market to the new generation. Here's whatever it may be, right? That's what you're going to do. If you can figure out how to add with your voice, your talent, skill sets to the bottom line of companies, you will get there. That being said, there's something I want you to do. I want you to Google top 100 corporations in Orlando. Let's do it this way.
Okay.
Top 100 companies, corporations in Orlando. And what I want you to do is I want you to research every company. When you research every company, first off, that's gonna put you ahead of everybody else, because for one, you're gonna have the addresses of 100 companies in your area that will be in your hand, your disposal. Once you get that list, before you make a phone call, I want you to figure out how you can bring money to that company's bottom line.
Makes sense.
Yep, that company's bottom line. Let's say it's a printer company and they sell ink. Let's just do that. Let's just make up something. And you're gonna go, man, I don't do printing or ink. You have been in sales for a long time. You can go in there and teach how to dissect personalities within 30 seconds to increase your conversion rate on cold calls. Or you can teach cold calling. Mm-hmm. Or you can teach warm market, how to increase your conversion rates from phone calls. Now, instead of you just speaking about the law of attraction, see, this is what happened to me. I was speaking about, law of attraction and all sorts of great things, and I still do. But as I start growing, people start needing more, and I'll start saying, I could do that. Before I could do it, I say, I got that. Yeah, I got that. I could do that.
Say yes, no, and figure it out later.
Yeah. And what happened was I did so many of these engagements that I got known. The people who would recommend me were the business people. They would recommend me to one another. And now I was like, okay, well, you want me to teach over here on sales over there? Okay, business over here, marketing over there. And do the same thing. Whatever that company needs. It doesn't have to be sales. It doesn't have to be marketing. But when you come up with a company that sells pickles, and you're like, hey, I don't know anything about pickles, but you do know about customer service.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So what I'm trying to tell you is all 100 companies are qualified to have you. See, I flipped it. I didn't say you're qualified for them. I said they're qualified for you.
Yep.
All 100 companies. Do that, and you're going to develop your own self a top 100 list of the top companies, corporations in Orlando. And then once you figure out how you can supply or add to the bottom line, now you have your pitch. Then you're going to call and you're going to ask for a decision maker that is over training and education for the company.
Okay.
Training, education for the company. You're going to, now here's one of the things that people don't do that I wish more people did. While we're looking for the decision makers, we're being neutral, bland, or rude to the gatekeepers. The gatekeepers, which doesn't make any sense. The gatekeepers are very important for us. I know you don't have to. I know I don't have to say this to you, but I will. It is very important for you to be nice to the secretary, to be nice, super nice to the person holding the files, the person getting the coffee, because they're going to go over and say, hey, Mr. Buffett, whose first name is Warren, this is really nice lady I've been talking to for a month. I really, really think you should give her a shot.
You know, and it's funny that you mentioned this because I had a woman who was trying to solicit me to her networking group for years. And when I finally took the call, she will tell people about how difficult it was for her to get through my gatekeeper. So it wasn't my gatekeeper, it was her.
Yeah.
I mean, I never even thought about it that way, but you know, the irony is she's a pushy person. Yep. So, yeah, it's amazing.
Your gatekeeper was doing you a favor.
Absolutely.
Yeah, definitely.
Isn't that funny? And I ended up buying this woman's company, by the way.
So see, there it is. Dude. She probably deserved to be bought out. But yeah. Your gatekeeper was doing you a favor. They know they by this time they've been with you long enough to know who you are. They know what moods you're in when you walk in. They know that we protect you on these days, bad days, good days. Oh, they just know that this person does not deserve her attention because she's mean. And this is not the kind of people that she attaches herself to. This is why we need to be super kind, not just neutral, like, hello, yes, can I speak to the person in charge? No. Hi, how's it going? What's your name? Oh, yes, you sound so great. I'm so happy about that. Listen, I am calling, then you go into it and you get into making a relationship with them. And if they say, well, we couldn't get a hold of them. That's okay. No problem, Vanessa. I can't wait. I'm going to call you back tomorrow. Wait for me, make them laugh. We'll call you back tomorrow. We can, have some fun.
Yes.
I can't wait. All that stuff. Yeah. All that stuff. Make sure this is how, and this is what people don't want to hear. People be like, man, just tell me how to get the engagements. Like, dude, I am telling you how to get the engagements.
Right.
It's not just walking up or putting in some app and you got it. No. Being nice to the gatekeeper will then get you to the decision maker. Ask for the decision maker so you don't want to waste your time forever. You want to know who can make decisions. But then you also want to be nice so they can put your paper to the top. Your application, your phone call. I can't tell you how many times people have done that. Period. Yeah, definitely. Because they told me last week, Donna needs to speak with you. And I was like, okay, we got to make that happen. So, yeah.
Well, I always said how people treated me on the phone determined my priority to them.
Yep.
I mean, 25 years of being in customer service and being at the top. So I'm getting all the angry people.
Oh, yeah.
And, again, the ones who wanted their problem solved and wanted it solved quickly needed to be nice about it.
Yep. That makes sense. Like I said, they came to me last week about your fact. We would have been on the phone last week, but I was in the air so much.
I saw that.
Yeah, but that's why first thing Monday morning, you were at they moved stuff out the way. It was like, no.
I appreciate that.
That's because you're nice. It's because you're nice. They went and they said, you're going to do this. Yes, I am.
Well, I appreciate it.
Yeah, definitely. Okay, so let's keep moving. Yep. Now, the market yourself. Well, actually, hold on. I left a gap in one thing. That 100 people, we got the steps that you're going to do there.
Mm-hmm.
And you're going to start then, once you finish that list, then I want you to go to Orlando's park board. Every city has a park board. And I want you to look at all the people, the major players on the park board. Every park board has some engagements. They all got the city functions, but then they have engagements, or they know the person on the Chamber of Commerce. Find out who they are. Ask them, are you looking for local speakers? Are you looking for great local speakers? I'm Les Brown certified. I have some openings that I would like to use for Orlando locally than to use them abroad. Something like that. But let them know. Yeah, say, I'm not needing this. I have some openings. I'm Donna. I'm local. Les Brown certified. One of the greatest speakers you'll ever see. I have some openings for you. And I want to see if you match my openings.
Well, that's a nice twist.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then schedule an appointment to talk over the phone. Just like that. Yeah, just like
Perfect.
That. All right. I knew I was missing that one thing before we went on. Okay, marketing yourself. Now, at first you didn't know what you wanted, but you put some stuff out there, which is great. But that was why you were having trouble marketing yourself, because you didn't know what you want to be memorized, right? You didn't have a target.
Right.
But now you have a target. Someone who did it. If you want it, it is available. That's what you said. So those are two things you said. I was listening to you and I kind of wrote down what I felt a lot of energy coming off you when you said it. And you said someone who did it. That's obviously a successful woman in your case, but you're saying something different. You're going to have to you should market yourself. Well, here's one of the ways. If you hired me, I would market you as the most interesting woman in the world.
Ha ha ha. You're hired.
Yeah, right? Like the most interesting man in the world. I'm the most interesting woman in the world, and we had you doing crazy stuff because you said someone who did it. And for me, that was major. Mm-hmm. That was way out there. Here she is climbing the Leaning Tower of Pisa. Here she is in Rome, taking stones away from the Colosseum, all that great stuff. And then she did it from speaking. Yeah, exactly. And that's how I would do that. And that's how you should probably do it as well. Someone who did it. Let people see your life, your prosperity, your excitement.
Yeah.
And you don't have to sell them anything. Because they're going to say, wow, what do you do? I am one of the world's top motivational speakers. As soon as I got off the plane, from my last speaking engagement, as soon as I got off the plane, got my bags, I went to Sprint because my phone did not work in another state because I had It's like 3 or 4 generations behind. So finally I give in. I go get the iPhone X. I go get the iPhone 10. I finally give in. But I know Apple, they already admitted killing my speeds, killing everybody. So I know they're killing my speed. No problem. Now my phone's working blazing fast. The guy says, well, he says, well, you can put this on a payment plan. I was like, no, that's okay. That's I'll just pay cash for it. It's cool. He says, okay, well, like outright for your iPhone? Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. I appreciate you, though. I appreciate you. And he says, well, what else you want? I said, look here, buddy. I'm going to be the easiest commission you're going to make today, okay? What I want you to do is I want you to install everything. I don't want to touch nothing. You put the little protector on the screen. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah. You do all that. Go get me a case. I don't want to do nothing. I'm going to sit right here, and I would just swipe my card when you're done. So he goes. And he says, can I add some more stuff on? I said, you can add whatever you want to add on. You know, so he put the Apple Watch on, all sorts of stuff. I said, you do whatever you want to do. I just don't want to do nothing. I just got finished doing everything. You're going to do it. And then the other guy comes out and he says, and all this has to do with speaking. The other guy comes out and he's talking about the Apple Watch. He gives me an Apple Watch and he says, you can make payments. And I was like, I'm just going to pay in cash. It's cool. You don't need to know how much it costs? I said, I can afford it.
No. Oh, don't you love it?
Yeah.
Oh.
Now, then they ask, what do you do? Right? They ask, what do you do? And right there, I said, I'm one of the world's top motivational speakers.
Wow.
Yeah. And I make profitable clients more profitable. They all went, you know, just like that. This bunch of 20-year-olds, of course, and I'm not fit to speak for them. But the point was, I was always, even though I wasn't marketing myself, I wasn't trying to. As soon as I heard the opportunity to market myself, I jumped. Yeah, I jumped on it. You know, I jumped on it, and that's what I want to say about marketing yourself. Not only should you make yourself larger than life, but every time you have the opportunity to market yourself, jump on it.
And how many of those 20-year-olds did you sign up for the university?
I know, right? I got 3 of their emails. I sure did.
There you go.
Yeah.
That's exactly.
Yeah, I got 3 of their emails, so they better be coming in soon, that's for sure. Exactly.
That's awesome.
Exactly. But I'm always on mission. I never have to cut on because I'm always on. Always. And I want you to do the same thing. So when you're marketing yourself, if you're going to be someone who has did it, then you need to be always doing it. And that's going to be different between you and them. This is why I love that my brand is just my name, because it's just me. I don't have to become a stage personality. I don't have to be professional if I don't feel like it. I don't have to be unprofessional if I don't feel like it. I could just be me. Yeah, I could put a beer to my mouth on camera and no one's going to say, oh, I never. No, yeah, that's exactly what I do. I drink beer and I like it. So what? You know, yeah, this is not a problem here.
Right.
With my brand. Same thing with you. Larger than life, you're someone who does it. And then even in private, you'll still be doing it. That's how you market yourself. Authentically you get it done, and just make sure that you're the most interesting woman in the world. That's how you do that. Definitely. It means you're going to have to have a lot of content out there. I just kind of made you actually, I just most definitely made you a content creator, without a doubt.
Yeah.
You're going to have to lead with a lot of TV and videos. I mean, if you walk past a Bentley, guess what you got to do? Here's that camera. This is fit to be mine. I'm about to buy it. Well, maybe I won't. I don't know. Maybe I'll buy it soon. Or whatever. You know, just do something silly. You know, speaking leads me to lead. Speaking lets me meet people with Bentleys and also whatever, right? Whatever you want to do. But you just now became an 18-year-old content creator on YouTube. There you go. Good job. You're 18 again.
Yeah. I wish I felt like it.
I know, right? Okay, now your rate card.
Yeah.
Don't have one. In my case, and I hate even saying this out loud, Okay, so since we're recording, please let me just say it this way. This is going to go up, okay? I'm about to say my current speaker fee. It is going to go up because it keeps going up nearly every 3 months. It's not this. Right now it's $15,000. Right now, okay? Right now my speaker fee is $15,000. Okay, as of this date or whatever it is when it's uploaded. By the time y'all watch this, that crap is going up. I'm just telling you right now, okay?
Right.
Now, I would never say that out loud, but here's actually the cool thing is I went to Prairie View. It's a historical black college university here in Houston, but it's like Grambling or something. And at the time, my speaker fee was $7,500. I raised them that day. Because my mentors was like, hey, you need to be much higher, because I had spoke the night before and I had, I did my thing and I raised it up. But then when the guy said it out loud, I was like, oh, well, he said it out loud. Got to raise him. You got to raise him. So I have a high, well, I guess it's a high rate, but it's not high to me, but I have a rate. You'll never know that ever.
Right.
Let's do some role playing real quick.
Okay.
You're going to say, let's see, I'm going to book you. I want to speak for the Donna Ray Corporation. Okay. Hey, Donna Ray, my name is Antonio T. Smith Jr. I would love to come speak for your company. Okay. Terrible pitch because I didn't really add value to you at all, but we're skipping part of it. And then you're going to ask me, well, good. What's your fee?
Yes. What are your rates?
Okay, well, that's a good question. Numbers, no one wants to talk numbers. I'll tell you what, though, my rate is your budget. Okay, that's one way to do that. Or you can do it more subtly, which is the way I love to do it all the time. So ask me, what's your rate again?
What is your rate?
Oh, I'm glad you asked that. What's in your budget? Boom. I'm not saying nothing else. I'm not saying anything else. When I said this was a hypothetical example, but even in a hypothetical example, I still made you uncomfortable because no, what's in your budget? Pause. Now you got to answer. That's
Isn't that serious?
Yeah.
And you know that they come in with an idea of what they want to spend.
Exactly. Now, why would I tell you that I cost $15,000 when you were prepared to pay me $25,000?
Well, that's what Les said. He used that story that the first time he posed that question, he was expecting $500 and they offered him $5,000.
Yeah. See.
Yeah. So.
Yeah. Now, if we're in person, I have this crazy thing that I do, and I learned it from my good buddy. I won't say his name because it's recorded. I learned it from a good buddy. Now watch this here. So I just sealed this multi-million-dollar deal, and this guy kept asking me over and over about numbers. 4 meetings, he kept asking me about numbers. Now watch this here. Ask me, how much do I charge?
How much do you charge for your service?
Donald. Well, let's not talk numbers. Let's continue to add value in this conversation. All right. He pressed me. No, seriously, man. How much do you charge? Like do it again.
Yeah. Just give me a number.
I don't know. I'll tell you what. Before I leave, I just want to ask you one more question. Okay, see what I just did? What I just did, this is so negotiated. Okay, what I just did was if you had power, it's gone. I'm not even, before I leave, I'm letting you know your questions are making me uncomfortable. Okay, and before I leave, I just want to ask you one more question. Now, that's a slick thing to say, because if I ask you a question and you answer it, you automatically give me the right to ask you.
Ask another. That's what you talked about the other day. Yeah. Yeah.
Exactly. So I say, let me ask you a question. And we was talking about some stuff I was going to say. So if I do half of what I just told you I can, Would it be worth your time? Well, yeah. Okay,
Absolutely.
great. So let me ask you another question. You see what I did?
Yes.
4 different meetings, and when he finally brought up numbers, I still haven't. I signed it, got the contract. My lawyer's looking at the contract, and I still haven't told him what I want. This is what I did. He says, well, what do you want? I said, well, the reason I didn't charge you up front is because I want your ad revenue.
Yeah. Yeah.
Why would I give you some $10,000 fee when you have millions of dollars in ad revenue?
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Right.
What's bigger, my fee or your ad revenue? Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. This is why you don't talk about numbers. I gave you that story because I want you to understand that when someone tries to press you for your numbers, they're more than likely not a decision maker anyway. If they are a decision maker, it tells you more about their desperation than your inspiration. It really does.
Interesting.
It
That's
really does.
a great way of looking at it.
Yeah, there's no real reason for anyone of substance to talk about numbers. No real reason. It's just not. The numbers will come up, but we understand up front that if the deal isn't going to be mutually beneficial, we both walking away anyway.
Mm-hmm.
So we're going to make the numbers work. In the meantime, here's the value that I can bring. How much do you think this value will be worth for your company? And be quiet. I do it all the time.
That's a great, yeah.
I do. Donna, if I can do half of what I just promised you, how much value would you think that would be worth your company?
That's a great line.
That is the number one way.
All right.
I do it. Yeah, I'll say it again for you too. Like Donna, if I could do half of what I just promised you, how much value would you think that would be worth your company?
Yes.
And then be quiet. There's so much power in pausing. So much power in pausing. And when you do that, just what would be depending on how you, in fact, here's another one, same thing, but the different words are going to tell in on different words depending on how you structure the deal. Donna, you see all the great things I've done. I've got all this value. If I can do half of what I said, what would be a fair revenue share?
Ah.
Yes. What would be a fair revenue share?
Wow.
For the amount of value that I have given to you. Just depend on the deal. Depend on the deal. You can both of those take money to the bank every time.
Well, and then they're not going to want to sound cheap.
No, exactly. They're
Right.
not going to want to sound cheap. I've never had no one say, oh, well, you offended me. No, I didn't. No, this is not offensive. But what it does immediately is it lets you know I've been at this table before.
Do you ask them what in your initial conversation? Well, I gotta think of it both ways. If somebody comes to you, I would say that it would be easier to ask, what their goal objective is in wanting to hire you. But if you're out cold calling, how do you present that?
Sure. If I'm out cold calling and this is an engagement that I really, really, really want, something that can change the trajectory of my future, I'm going to do it for free. The first one.
Okay.
I'm going to do it for free. Let's say they want me to speak for the NBA playoffs, the finals. They want me to be the voiceover for the full NBA finals happening in June. And ABC comes to me. I think it's on ABC this year. ABC comes to me. How much you charge? Free, buddy. Got it. Got it. I'm in.
Yeah.
You know, it's free. It's cool. I got you. Don't even worry. I tell you what, you want to, this is what you do. I could do it for free. Just incentivize me in different places. You know, give me some round, give me something in some different places. Introduce me to some folk, but I got you. Now, why would I do that? This is why I would do that. Because when Fox News comes to me,
right.
Yeah. When NBC comes, oh, 7 figures. They charge now free. I'm joking and saying free, but I would say there's a phrase I always say, no charge.
Yeah.
But I'm going to send you my bill. I'm going to send you my bill. My bill was for $423,183. And I'm going to itemize it out completely. I'm going to show you why you paid this much. And then I'm going to credit that same itemized bill so you have a zero balance. Now, I'm going to tell everyone, ABC.
That you gave them $423,000 worth of.
That's right. And ABC paid me upwards of 6 figures. What's in your budget, Jack?
Right.
See, you get it? ABC paid me upwards of 6 figures.
Yep. And you're not lying.
No, I'm not. ABC paid me nearly $500,000.
Yeah, that's brilliant.
Jonathan, what's in your budget?
Yeah, that's brilliant.
Yeah, exactly. And when I do that, this is why I take the first one for free, because if I give them a rate and it's too low, they're gonna be like, you know what, that's not the guy we're looking for. It's too low.
Yeah.
If I give them a rate and it's too high, I'm gonna miss it. How about I just don't give you a rate at all, and I ask you what's in your budget? And if you're something major like doing the NBA playoffs, then I'm going to say, I'll do this for you for no charge. And I'm going to charge you, though. I'll send you my invoice and give you an in-kind discount that'll put you down to a zero balance. And then now I have a paper trail, and I'm going to say, Jonathan, ABC gave me nearly $500,000. What's in your budget?
Yeah. And again, they don't want to look bad.
Nope.
So they're going to come as close to
exactly
that number. Yeah.
Exactly.
Brilliant.
Exactly. And they're going to say, we don't have that in the budget. We've got about $350,000. And I'm going to go, okay, Jonathan, I'll do it for that.
For you.
I'm going to give you a discount of what ABC sent me. I'm going to discount the rest, and then I'm going to bring my fee down to that one.
Brilliant.
Now, what did they charge me? The same thing ABC charged. ABC paid me. Exactly. I would have taken it, but that's why you don't. So owner was right. Everybody's right. Don't do numbers.
Okay.
Don't do them. It's almost offensive for someone to even tell you. So what you charge them? Don't do numbers. We don't.
Well, and typically, don't you find that the people that are hiring you, they've gone out. They've done. It's not the first time around the block.
That's right.
Yeah, that's brilliant.
And it's taboo to even talk about comps. We call them comps. We don't talk comps. We don't talk about comps because everyone's not getting paid the same. And the last thing they want is to find out that some guy like me was paid more than Denzel Washington.
Right.
That would get out and be terrible. We don't talk comps. What you got paid from the deal, what I got paid from the deal. And then you got people that get paid from the deal, that have points in the deal, that want you to go as high as possible because 10 points on $100,000 is $10,000. 10 points on $1 million is $100,000. Same energy, same points, just the number increases. So don't ever talk about numbers. And we're entering into a very upper level conversation for sure that you're handling very well. This is all negotiating. Somebody asks you what you charge. You say, I have a speaker fee. It's pretty expensive. I'll tell you what, though. What's in your budget?
Great. Yeah.
Yeah.
And again, put it back in their lap.
Yeah, exactly. And let them know I have a speaker fee. It's pretty expensive. But tell me what's in your budget. Just like that. And then you're still being nice by answering their question, but you're making them have all the pressure of coming up with a number.
Perfect.
Yep. So good.
Yeah, I can't wait to test that water.
Yeah, definitely. So that's that one. Okay, we actually already talked about how to get your first speaking engagement in Orlando. Now there are some things. Let's do this here. Let's go with Orlando City Council. I am Googling right now, Orlando City Council, and I just found that your mayor is Buddy Dyer.
Yep.
That Google, I tell you. You have.
We do before it.
I know.
I don't remember.
Yeah, you have all 6 districts. I see 6 districts. I would, and then District Commissioner Jim Gray, Tony Ortiz, Robert F. Stewart, Patty Sheehan, Regina L. Hill, Samuel B. Ings. All of them will get an email from me. I promise you. Just at the very least, you sending them an email will put you on their radar. Just sending them an email. Just, and an email would be something that you would professionally write up about your qualifications and how you would love to add, how you love to speak for them for free.
Yes.
You have speaking opportunity that you would love to do, to speak with them first time for free. And should they like what you have done, or how much money you added to their bottom line, you can talk about something different.
Well, and that's another area that going after the politicians.
Yep.
Because I was an elected official.
What you say?
So I've been there, done that.
Yeah, so you understand.
Yeah, and it's funny. I ran in November for re-election, and it was for a seat in Pennsylvania. Wow. And I was living in Florida, and I won.
Wow, that's awesome.
Thousands saying she's living in Florida, and it's like, well, I still have my primary residence in PA.
Yeah,
so
there it is.
Yeah.
So you're still elected official then. You're still elected official. That'll work. Hold on, real quick. What's up, buddy? I homeschool my boys.
Oh, that's awesome.
And you only find a box, not a cord.
Okay, I'll find a cord in a second. Y'all come on and put y'all on TV. You come over here, you're going to be on TV. They want to be on TV anyway.
It's funny. You say you're homeschooling them. Mm-hmm. My kids, I made them to go to college, which I regret because it was a lot of wasted time and money. Yeah. And when my son graduated, neither one of them wanted to go into our family business. And so I bought into a business with my oldest son. Mm-hmm. And I told, or after 2 years, he said, I'm selling. Couldn't stand being, he just couldn't stand. He got into the restaurant. And he said he learned more from working with me for 1 year than he learned in 4 years of college.
Oh, that is absolutely true.
So that's what I commend you for teaching your boys.
Oh, yeah. In fact, I was just telling them yesterday that somehow they're a grade ahead, so we're kind of cooling out in school right now. But I'm going to make them do stocks next year. It's one of their classes.
That's awesome.
Yeah, so they're going to have stocks. They're 9 and 6, so they're going to have stocks next year, and I don't know how. I've got a friend of mine that does stocks. Of course, I do stocks well. I don't know how to create accounts for a 9 and a 6-year-old.
Yeah.
That doesn't need, their social. Maybe I'm sure somebody out there can do it, to have me sign for their accounts or whatever. But I want them to earn their own money and invest their own money into stocks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my God, what a great lesson, and I'll tell you what, I told Grace in our conversation last week, as far as coaching goes, I've been really thinking about who my niche market would be there. And honest to God, with the way that colleges are literally pricing themselves right out of business, and the very fact that, I did have a child tell me that he learned more from me than he learned in college. I keep pondering that market could potentially be 16 to 22-year-olds.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
Coach them on, you go out and you find these entrepreneurial spirited kids and teach them what I did. I mean, I bought my first business when I was 23 years old, and
wow.
And I had no loans, no leverage, it was, but I was having lunch with 3 women. They have kids, teenage, and I pitched this idea to them. And I said, if you saw an ad on Facebook that, I don't know how I would word it, but if you were able to get a coach for your kid and steer them in the direction of becoming a business owner without, spending $100,000 or more in 4 years of college, would you spend $1,000 to have them coach? Every one of them said, hands down, absolutely.
Oh, well, that's it. You might want to seriously think about that. That is a disruptive company you're describing.
Yeah.
Right now. Yeah. You definitely want to do that. Do that because that's going to be very lucrative for you. Very, very lucrative for you, especially. I'm already disrupting the college industry. They don't even know it yet, but I am. I just got it trademarked.
Somebody needs to.
Oh, yeah, I'm coming because they are just wrong. You graduate and you owe your government. That don't make any sense. I just don't.
Yeah.
You graduate, you owe your government, and you got to work to 65 to retire from the government. Yeah, I'm not doing that.
Yeah.
Yeah, my kids.
No, I seriously, and I talked to a 19-year-old friend of mine. He consults with me on a lot of things, and he's not in college. And I asked him, if that's something that he would invest in, knowing me, and he said absolutely, in a heartbeat. So he's one that I might do a recording like this.
Yeah, to be sure. Well, that's what made me start these recordings, because everybody's coming to me and I'm giving away these thousands of dollars and $1 million of advice, and I was like, whoa, people could really use this for free if I just put it out there and let people be able to be changed, put it on YouTube and stuff. And it was like, whoa, that's a great idea. So when I asked people like that, I'm like, yeah, you can put it out there and help some people. I want to help people, Right. Yeah, exactly. So do the same thing here. Do the same thing here. In fact, there was a couple more things I wanted to mention to you that you're going to need.
Yes.
Those take explanation. I just want to list it for you. You're going to need a website or a landing page.
I've got it. Sweet.
A demo video. Someone's going to ask you, let me see you speak.
Right. That's where I'm struggling.
Here's what you do. I got you. Invite people over to your living room. About 10 of them. And you take the speaking engagement very seriously. You take it very seriously. You write it, you get it done, and then you try to add value to those real 10 people. Add value to those real 10 people. Don't treat them like friends. You treat them like you know who they are and you know what they need. And you write a keynote on what they need.
Okay.
You get a tripod with a mobile adapter. You turn your phone sideways.
Yeah, I use that hint that you gave. That's a great one.
Definitely. Make sure the lighting is pretty decent. And then for 45 minutes, you go after it with that crowd. Tell them they're more than welcome to be vocal should they want to, whatever. And it's in your living room. It didn't cost you any money. That's what you would have did for yourself. And that people won't know it's in your living room because you'll have it. It'll look like a workshop.
Yes.
Yeah. It'll look like a workshop that you can do your first engagement like that for free and get that demo video. The reason why you want to kill this keynote or training or workshop is because you're going to put it on the internet for people to see.
All right.
And it's going to be your calling card. So when someone says, can I get a sample video, you're going to send them that. They're never going to know that, how you did it, but that's what it is.
So set it up as if I'm doing a training session, like
yep.
Get an 8-foot table and have them sit around it and a screen.
Absolutely.
Perfect.
Absolutely. Just like that. You do it right in your house and then actually do the hard work to write it, to add value to those people, because that's all that's going to bring out the real you and, your powerful you, and open up for Q&A.
Yes.
Have all that on there. You can be good. That's your demo video right there.
I just had 19 strangers.
Wow.
That I don't know anyone here. So it's like, how do you meet people? Yeah. So I saw a Facebook post, the Queens of Waterford Lakes, and they were talking about how nobody down here is from here. Let's get a group together, go to dinner every 6 weeks or whatever. So I hosted it at my house.
Wow.
These people are perfect for that.
There you go. Look at that. Look at that. Yeah. That's it. There it is. So now you're hosting the next one.
Oh, well, I actually am on June 1st. I'm doing a vision boarding party.
And guess what you're going to talk about?
That
vision. Establishing a vision for the future.
This is, well, and it's funny because the woman who's organizing it, her house isn't big enough to have people over to do that. So I said, we'll use my house. And she said, but I'm going to need you to talk about your use of vision boards. I met this woman once. Perfect. The stars are aligned.
Yes, they are. Yes, they are. The universe is on your side.
Mm-hmm.
That was awesome. That was awesome.
Perfect.
Yes, and get you a couple of testimonial videos. When they tell you, oh my God, Donna, you did such a good job, say, really? Turn your phone sideways. Yeah. Do you mind saying that for the camera? Boom.
Yeah.
That's it.
Awesome.
I'd say this was a dynamic training call you just got here.
This is perfect.
That's it.
Perfect timing.
Good.
Yes.
Good. Well, I can't wait to hear all about it. Get with Grace. Actually, you're actually one of the people that actually do a very good job with your ambassador. But definitely get with her so we can set up another one.
Okay.
Whatever you need. Every time you need to go forward, let's just roll.
I'm ready.
Okay.
Ready.
Well, I sure appreciate
it. What do you use for editing? What program?
Yeah, I have a Mac, and I just went top of the line. I have Final Cut Pro. It's about it's about $300, $400, something like that. But it's an app on my Mac. It does everything. But you can, if you have, you can Google top editing software for whatever you have, PC or Mac, and then that will take care of you.
Perfect. Mm-hmm. Hey, and by the way, you got a mention in my book with your credit score map. That hit hard for me because I have a chapter on overcoming obstacles, and money is always in everybody's biggest, in their top 3 of obstacles. And I talked about the importance of credit score, and I quoted you, and I think that's the most fantastic line I've heard in a long time.
I appreciate you. It is true. When I realized that my credit was bad because I never kept my word to anybody.
It is.
That's what it was.
That's
what it was.
Shows your character.
Yeah, that's what it was. Awesome. Well, thanks for mentioning me in the book. I can't wait to buy it.
Told out.
Okay, well, if you got anything else, I'm here. But if not, we go drink a beer. It doesn't matter.
I'll drink a beer.
There it is.
All right, Antonio, Thank you so much for your time. I'm going to get right on YouTube and Gary V right now and looking at SpeakerHub.com.
There it is. Okay.
I'm on a roll.
Have a good one.
All right, we'll talk to you soon.
Okay.
Thank you.
No problem.
Bye.